So, you want to build a career in tech, but which path do you even take? It's one of the most exciting questions out there, for sure, but man, can it be confusing. Today, we're going to make sense of it all.
If you've ever stared at a career roadmap online and just felt completely lost, trust me, you are not alone. It's this huge universe of job titles, new technologies, and buzzwords popping up every day. It can honestly feel impossible to figure out where to even start.
I mean, does this look familiar? It's just a total jumble of terms pulled from a bunch of different career guides. You've got AI stuff like RAG, infrastructure things like Kubernetes, and coding practices like CI/CD all smashed together. It's the perfect picture of chaos, right? So no, it's not just you, it really is a confusing landscape out there.
But okay, deep breath. We're about to bring some serious clarity to that chaos. First, we're going to talk about the universal starting point that pretty much everyone in tech needs. Then, we'll introduce 4 core career pillars that simplify everything. After that, we'll look at how those pillars connect to create some of the coolest jobs today. And finally, we'll talk about how you can start charting your own course. Think of this as our map.
Right, so before you dive deep and decide you're going to be a C++ wizard or a machine learning guru, you have to know that almost every single successful journey in tech starts from the exact same place. There's a fundamental toolkit you need no matter which direction you end up going.
Before you can even think about specializing, you've got to build a strong foundation. And it really comes down to these 4 things. First, a problem-solving mindset. That's your #1 tool always. Get comfy with the command line. It's how you talk to computers on a deeper level. You've got to understand core programming logic, and Python is a fantastic place to start. And finally, learn Git, which is how basically everyone collaborates on code. Seriously, these are your non-negotiable first steps.
All right, foundation's in place. Now we get to the heart of it. We can take all those dozens of job titles and hundreds of skills and group them into 4 basic archetypes, or as we're going to call them, pillars. The goal here is simple. Find the pillar that really speaks to you, and you'll find your path.
First up, pillar #1, the builder. This is your classic software engineer, the architect, the person who gets a huge thrill from creating something from scratch and watching it work perfectly.
So, does this sound like you? Builders are all about logic and the pure joy of creation. They're the ones who build the apps, the video games, the operating systems we use every day. And they're obsessed with performance, good structure, and writing really elegant code.
This path is all about knowing how the machine really works, deep down. You see roles like Go, Rust, and C++ developers here, people dealing with some seriously technical stuff. And the key skills? Things like data structures, concurrency, and really understanding compilers. This is the art of building fast, powerful software from the ground up. Okay, so if the builder is all about how to build something, our second pillar, the analyst, is about asking what we can learn from it. This whole pillar is driven by a deep desire to find meaning and intelligence hidden inside of data.
The analyst is basically the detective of the tech world. They live on curiosity. They use data to find insights, to predict what's coming next, and to build intelligent systems. Their world isn't just code. It's a world of models, hypotheses, and the powerful language of math.
And if you look closely at the skills here, you'll see what I mean. It's not just about coding. This field is built on a solid foundation of mathematics. We're talking statistics, linear algebra, probability. That's the real engine behind the entire world of AI, machine learning, and data science. So builders create things, and analysts learn from them. But who keeps everything from breaking? Well, that brings us to our third pillar, the guardian. This archetype is all about making sure the systems we depend on are stable, secure, and always running. Guardians are the unsung heroes who keep our digital lives from falling apart. They think in terms of reliability and defense. They build rock-solid infrastructure and they protect it from threats. If you're the kind of person who loves creating order and making sure things just work, this is your home. Looking at the skills here, you can see it's not just about software anymore. It's about the whole technology stack. You need to understand networking, how operating systems work under the hood, security frameworks like NIST, which is a set of cybersecurity guidelines, and of course, scripting. This is the person who keeps the servers online and the hackers out. Our fourth and final pillar kind of shifts the focus from the machine to the mission. Meet the strategist. This archetype is less about writing the code or analyzing the data and more about the people and the product. It's about guiding the vision and leading the team to make it happen.
You can think of the strategist as a force multiplier. Their main job is to create an environment where the builders, analysts, and guardians can all do their absolute best work. They're always thinking about the big picture, the product, the team, and the business goals.
And you'll notice the key skills here look a little different. Of course, technical know-how like system design is still critical, but it's paired with people management, project management methods like Agile, and a real understanding of the business side of things. This pillar is all about leadership.
Okay, now here is where it gets really cool. These pillars, they aren't rigid boxes. In fact, the most interesting, most in-demand jobs today often live at the intersection of 2 or even 3 of these archetypes.
Let's take AI engineer versus ML engineer. You might see these job titles and think they're the same thing, right? Well, not exactly. The ML engineer is a deep analyst focused on creating and training new models from the ground up. The AI engineer is more of a hybrid, a mix of builder and analyst, who takes those models and actually builds them into real applications. Same world, different focus.
An MLOps is the perfect example of a hybrid role. It's like a recipe. You start with a guardian's foundation of infrastructure know-how, then you add a layer of a builder skill in automation and pipelines, and you top it all off with an analyst's understanding of machine learning models. You're combining 3 pillars to create one incredibly powerful modern career.
So, there you have it. We've taken that chaotic mess of buzzwords, broken it down into 4 core pillars, and seen how they can connect. The power is officially in your hands now. It's time to take these ideas and start applying them to your own journey.
You know, if there was one single phrase I saw across almost every single one of these career roadmaps, it was this. Just 2 words. It's so simple, but it is the absolute undeniable truth of a career in tech. The tools will change, the job titles will evolve, but your commitment to learning, that's the one thing that has to stay constant.
So I want to leave you with this question. Forget that confusing cloud of terms we started with, just for a second. Based on the pillars we just talked about, which one feels right to you? Which mindset, builder, analyst, guardian, or strategist, really resonates? Your personal roadmap is a blank page right now. What is the very first step you're going to draw on it today?